Good afternoon and welcome. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen and brethren, and welcome to the broadcast of the 2025 Grand Proclamation of Most Worshipful Brother Bernie Christian Albano, live from the City Masonic Centre. My name is Brother Alex Hazari, and I have the privilege of hosting this live feed this afternoon. In a few minutes, the Grand Lodge Ceremonial team will announce their entry, and they'll be followed by the official opening of the Grand Lodge. Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and brethren, and welcome to the live broadcast of the 2025 Grand Proclamation of Most Worshipful Brother Bernie Christian Albano from the City Masonic Centre. My name is Brother Alex Hazari, and I have the privilege of hosting this live feed this afternoon. In a few minutes, the Grand Lodge Ceremonial team will announce their entry, and they'll be followed by the official opening of the Grand Lodge.
Uh-huh. Wow. Who even knew? Find your perfect bra fit at Big W with 20% off Be by Burley, Form Fit and Caser. Get a great fit and a great deal at Big W.
Hey, it's me, DJ. I've always got music lined up for your day. And now I'm taking requests. Just search DJ, then press and hold down. You speak it, DJ brings it. Only on Premium.
Well, good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and brethren, and welcome to the broadcast of the 2025 Grand Proclamation of Most Worshipful Brother Bernie Christian Albano, live from the Sydney Masonic Centre. My name is Alex Hazari, and I have the privilege of hosting this live event this afternoon.
It's pretty straightforward. After
ladies, gentlemen, and brethren. The team are running a few minutes behind schedule, so the anticipated start time is looking more closer to around 2:30 p.m. Thank you for staying with us, and we look forward to joining you shortly.
Hey, sound check 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, sound check 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're expecting the Grand Lodge to announce their entry at any minute now.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, I have the honor to announce that the Grandmaster of the United Grand Lodge of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory of ancient, free and accepted Masons, most worshipful brother Bernie Christian Albano, is in attendance and is about to enter this Grand Lodge to receive the most worshipful Grandmaster. Brethren, ladies and gentlemen, please stand. The most worshipful Grandmaster.
Brethren, assist me to open this Grand Lodge in ample form. Right Worshipful Junior Grand Warden, what is the first care of every Mason before opening Grand Lodge?
See the Grand Lodge is properly tiled.
Direct that duty to be performed.
Worshipful Pursuivant, see the Grand Lodge properly tiled.
Right Worshipful Junior Grand Warden, the Grand Lodge is properly tiled.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, the Grand Lodge is properly tiled.
Right Worshipful Junior Grand Warden, where is your situation in Grand Lodge?
In the south, Most Worshipful Grandmaster,
What is the implement of your office?
the Plum Rule,
To what purpose is it applied?
to prove that all foundation and cornerstone of all sacred and superb structures where free and accepted Masons are employed, be set perfectly upright.
Whom do you represent?
Hiram Abihu, the inspired architect of the Temple of King Solomon's.
Right Worshipful Senior Grand Warden, where is your situation in Grand Lodge?
In the west, Most Worshipful Grandmaster,
What is the implement of your office?
the level,
To what purpose is it applied?
at the laying of the chief or cornerstones of all holy and magnificent and public works to prove the same to be laid perfectly horizontal.
Whom do you represent?
Hiram, King of Tyre, who found the treasure and materials for the building of King Solomon's temple in Jerusalem.
Right Worshipful Assistant Grandmaster, where is the position of the Deputy and Assistant Grandmasters?
Glenn, he just loves his work and
In whom do we put our trust?
I think I'm one of it.
Right Worshipful Deputy Grandmaster, where is the situation of the
You think
Grandmaster?
we'll get in today?
in the east, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
What is the implement of
straight
his
in.
office?
The compasses.
And whom does he represent?
Solomon, King of Israel.
Brethren, the Grand Lodge being thus duly formed, before I declare it open, the Grand Chaplain will invoke the blessing of the great architect of the universe.
Great architect of the universe, we humbly and sincerely express our gratitude to thee for favours already conferred. In thy name we have assembled, and in thy name we desire to proceed in all our doings. Let the spirit of peace and love rest upon us. Let the wisdom of our sublime institution so subdue every discordant passion within us, that the Grand Lodge at this time and at every time may be a sincere though humble copy of that order, beauty, and unity which reign forever before thy throne. We humbly implore thee to grant unto us at this and at all times wisdom in our undertakings, strength to support us in all events of life, and the beauty of harmony in all our communications.
In the name of Solomon, King of Israel, I now declare this Grand Lodge open in ample form. Please be seated. Brethren, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, thank you for bearing with us on this Saturday, the 20th of September 2025, when we actually encountered some seating or capacity challenges. It is a great view, of course, to watch the Sydney Masonic Center and the Grand Lodge Room 1 so filled with family of Freemasonry. And I thank the brethren and their friends, if not with their family, who actually volunteered to go into the Ionic Room, the overflow, for the live stream. I thank as well and welcome those who are joining us via live stream. And instead of having a limited welcome for those who are currently here in the room, we will now welcome those who are still waiting outside, noting as well that we have been somehow delayed. I thank you again for your forbearance and for your support to this Grand Lodge, the Grand Officers, and to this event. Right Worshipful Grand Director of Ceremonies, you will admit the most worshipful past Grand Masters of this Grand Lodge, followed by the leaders of visiting associated orders and representatives of sister Grand Lodges.
The escort teams will assemble. The Grand Lodge now welcomes the 36th Grand Master of this Grand Lodge, Most Worshipful Brother Dr. Gregory Henry Levingston, Medal of the Order of Australia. Grand Lodge now welcomes the 37th and 39th Grand Master of this Grand Lodge, Most Worshipful Brother Derek James Robson, member of the Order of Australia, recipient of the Carrington Medal of Honor. The Grand Lodge now welcomes the 38th Grand Master of this Grand Lodge, Most Worshipful Brother James Robert Melville. The Grand Lodge now welcomes the 40th Grand Master of this Grand Lodge, Most Worshipful Brother Leslie Norman Hicks.
The Grand Lodge now welcomes the representative of the Supreme Deputy of New South Wales and South Australia of the Order of the Rainbow for Girls, the Right Worshipful Provincial Grand Master of the Provincial Grand Lodge of New South Wales of the Royal Order of Scotland, the Grand Preceptor of the Province of Australia north of the Commemorative Order of St. Thomas of Acon, the Deputy Grand Master Mason of the Eastern Australian region of the Grand Assemblage of the Operatives, the Deputy Grand Master of the Supreme Council of the Order of Demolay of Australia, Legionnaire Ferdinand Panders.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, I have the honor to present Miss Nina Sichon, Worthy Advisor.
Nina, what a pleasure to welcome you today. In fact, you will be able to lord it over your father. He's never been received like this in this Grand Lodge. Oh, sorry.
Right Worshipful Brother John Whitehouse, Provincial Grandmaster.
Always a pleasure to welcome you, John. Always a pleasure indeed. Every time I see you, I say it because it is heartfelt and it is true.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Right Worthy Knight John Peveril, Grand Preceptor.
What a wonderful day to always have John Peveril in any event. Please enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster, and best wishes for a successful term of office.
Thank you.
Right Illustrious and Eminent Knight Leonard Wellington, Grand Viceroy. Right Eminent Knight Robert Mitchell Drake. Right Worshipful Brother Amitabha Sen, 7th degree, Deputy Grand Master Mason.
Amitabha Sen, I know that you're in a lot of orders. I didn't just realize that you also went by so many other names.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for the invite. Hope you have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Legionnaire Ferdinand Don Pandes, Deputy Grand Master.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
Welcome. We are wearing the same haircut today, I see. Nobody can recognize you in this, but I trust that you will have a good afternoon.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster, sir.
The Grand Lodge now welcomes the Grand Master of the Supreme Council of the Order of Demilay for the Philippines, the Prefect of the Southern Cross Prefecture of the Great Priory of Belgium, of the Knights Beneficent of the Holy City, the Deputy of the Province of New South Wales of the Supreme Council of the 33rd and last degree of ancient and accepted Scottish Rite of Scotland, the representative of the most illustrious Grand Sovereign of the Grand Imperial Conclave of the Order of the Red Cross of Constantine of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory, the representative of the most eminent and supreme Grand Master of the Great Priory of the Order of the Temple of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory.
Most Worshipful Grand Master, I have the honor to present the Honorable Raymond Anthony Joseph Mendoza, Grand Master.
Raymond Anthony Joseph, I only call you by Raji, being schoolmates with you, and you've always been in all my milestones.
I'm happy that you're here today, traveling many distances to join us. Trust you enjoy your afternoon.
Wish you all the best in a fruitful 3-year term.
Thank you.
Tatlong Pasko.
Right Reverend Knight Ian Shanley, Prefect of the Southern Cross Prefecture.
Credit where credit is due, one of my favorite Masonic scholars. I'm honored that you are here today joining us in your official capacity. Welcome, Ian.
Thank you, Grandmaster. Thank you for the invitation, and we're glad to be here.
Enjoy yourself tonight, this afternoon.
Very illustrious brother, Ian Fletcher, 33rd degree, Deputy for the Province of New South Wales.
Ian Fletcher, they said that if I can make you smile, it will be a win.
There you go.
Enjoy this afternoon, sir.
Most worshipful Grandmaster, thanks for the invitation, and I hope you have an enjoyable afternoon.
Thank you.
Right illustrious Knight, Leonard Wellington, Grand Viceroy.
Leonard Wellington, somebody wore your name earlier.
Yeah, that's all right.
You know him and he's here. I trust that you enjoyed our company. Welcome.
Thank you very much for your kind invitation. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Right Eminent Knight, Robert Mitchell Drake, Knight Commander of the Temple.
Robert Mitchell Drake.
Drake.
I thought you were going to leave me hanging. But I'm not about to leave you hanging. I have a seat specially reserved for you. I trust that you enjoy this afternoon's ceremony. Thank you for coming here.
Grandmaster, the Temple wishes you well for the next 3 years. We thank you for your invite. Look forward to being with you this afternoon.
Thank you.
The Grand Lodge welcomes the Sovereign Grand Commander of the Supreme Council of the 33rd degree of the ancient and accepted Scottish Rite for Australia.
Most worshipful Grandmaster, I have the honor to present Most Powerful Brother, Greg Summerhays, 33rd degree, Sovereign Grand Commander.
Greg, you've welcomed me numerous times in your order. It's now my honor to welcome you in this event of the craft. I'm happy that you've also brought with you an important delegation.
Grandmaster, thank you very much. Congratulations on your work this afternoon and for your leadership of this Grand Lodge. Well done.
Thank you, Greg. Enjoy. Is he here?
The Grand Lodge now welcomes the Grand Supreme Ruler of the Grand Conclave of the Order of the Secret Monitor of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory.
Most worshipful Grandmaster, I have the honor to present Most Worthy Brother Stephen Hayne, Grand Supreme Ruler.
Most worthy brother, I look forward to attending your installation of your successor in 3 weeks' time, and I'm happy that you're here today in your official capacity, being the last major event that you will do so during your term.
Thank you, Grandmaster. It's a pleasure to be here, and I know Kevin's looking forward for you to be at the installation that he's going in as Grand Supreme Ruler.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Most Worthy Brother Hayne is accompanied by Most Worthy Brother Ian Newbury, past Grand Supreme Ruler.
Ian, welcome. I trust that you will enjoy this afternoon's ceremony amidst a family of Freemasonry.
Thank you very much, Grandmaster. Now you know what Prince Charles feels like, don't you? Shake everybody's hand.
Just that.
Lovely to be here.
Happy to do it.
Thank you.
Most Worthy Brother Lyndon Norgate, past Grand Supreme Ruler. Norgate.
Lyndon, welcome. Enjoy this afternoon.
Thank you. We will.
The Grand Lodge now welcomes the first Grand Principal and Grand Master of the United Supreme Grand Chapter of Mark and Royal Arch Masons of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, I have the honor to present Most Excellent Companion, Peter Trow, First Grand Principal and Grand Master.
Peter,
Good afternoon, Grandmaster.
welcome. I know that you're wearing the Grand Master of the Mark Masons in this jurisdiction. I trust that you'll enjoy this afternoon, and afterwards you consider us marked well.
I certainly will, Grandmaster. Look forward to this afternoon. We'll work together.
Enjoy.
Most Excellent Companion Trow is accompanied by Most Excellent Companion John Burden Anderson, past First Grand Principal and past Grand Master.
John, a mentor in Royal Arch for over so many years. I'm happy to have you here, and I'm honored to welcome you.
Thank you very much, Grandmaster.
The Grand Lodge now welcomes the Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of Japan.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, I have the honor to present Most Worshipful Brother Yutaka Yagi, Grandmaster.
Most Worshipful Yutaka Yagi-san, your predecessor has established a very good relationship in this Grand Lodge, and I'm happy to see that you are now here for the second consecutive year. Welcome, and I trust that you will enjoy your afternoon of stay with us.
Thank you. It's a mic one.
Most Worshipful Brother Yagi is accompanied by Most Worshipful Brother Earl Smith, past Grand Master.
Most Worshipful Batchmate, the predecessor who's responsible for bringing Bansai Nippon to Sydney. Welcome once again, and enjoy your stay with us.
Thank you, Most Worshipful.
Right Worshipful Brother Yoshiyuki Miyauchi, Senior Grand Warden.
Right Worshipful Brother Yoshi, I didn't realize that you were Yoshiyuki Mishiuchi.
This is right. Your pronunciation is very correct.
I'm half Japanese, you know.
Really?
Welcome. Enjoy your
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
The Grand Lodge now welcomes the representative of the Grand Master of the Most Worshipful Grand Lodge of the Philippines.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, I have the honor to present Most Worshipful Brother Mark David, past Grandmaster. My apologies. It's no other than Right Worshipful Brother Robert Moran, Deputy Grandmaster of the Most Worshipful Grand Lodge of the Philippines.
Right Worshipful Brother Robert Moran, what an honor to have you here and for you to bring brethren with whom I have the common experience of trekking the sands. Please send our apologies for having mentioned that you are most worshipful to Most Worshipful Brother Raul Canon. If he ever remembers that, my name is Jay Tayag.
Yes, sir. Surely will. Most worshipful. Thank you.
The Grand Lodge now welcomes the representative of the Grandmaster of the Grand Lodge of Quebec.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, I have the honor to present Most Worshipful Brother Mark David, past Grandmaster, Grand Secretary.
Most Worshipful Brother Mark David, we've received delegations from Europe in the past, but they only extended to 14,500 kilometers. You come from Quebec, which is 16,000. You currently hold the record. Welcome.
Thank you very much. We're happy to have the record. Thank you.
Most Worshipful Brother David is accompanied by Most Worshipful Brother Robert Dupel, past Grandmaster, Grand Chancellor.
Robert, it's not often that I welcome a fellow GM41. I'm very pleased to see you here for the first time, and I trust that our past communications have been pleasant, but this will exceed that pleasantry and that good experience.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you.
Welcome.
Right Worshipful Brother Michel Vijant, past Senior Grand Warden.
Sorry, you offered it. We'll take it.
The Grand Lodge now welcomes the representative of the Grandmaster of the United Grand Lodge of Queensland.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, I have the honor to present Right Worshipful Brother David Melville, Deputy Grandmaster.
Right Worshipful Brother Melville, it's great to welcome namesake of our Grandmaster 38, as well as the namesake of the Grandmaster of the United Grand Lodge of Queensland. Enjoy your stay with us today.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster. It's a pleasure to be here.
The Grand Lodge now welcomes the Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of New Zealand.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, I have the honor to present Most Worshipful Brother James Watt, Grandmaster.
Welcome, Jim. It's not often we see two past Grandmasters required to vouch for a visiting Grandmaster. I'm happy that you made it through.
It's always a pleasure for us to journey across to our Western Isles
and to be here to share this occasion with you. It's a great privilege. Thank you for receiving us. We appreciate it.
Honored to have you here, Jim.
Thank you.
Please enjoy your day.
Most Worshipful Brother Watt is accompanied by Right Worshipful Brother Paul Chappelle, Deputy Grandmaster, Grandmaster-elect.
Paul. Grandmaster-elect, we're looking forward to joining you in October 24th to 26th. We're definitely going to bungee jump together, you said.
Thank you.
The Grand Lodge now welcomes the representative of the Grand Master of the United Grand Lodge of Victoria.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, I have the honor to present Most Worshipful Brother Anthony Buca, past Grandmaster.
GM48, a friend to me and a friend to many of the Grandmasters, as well as to the brethren in this jurisdiction. Possibly the reason that I'm also a friend to many of your brethren in your jurisdiction. I'm happy that you're here once again. This is not the first time you come, but we are always honored to receive you as the representative of Victoria.
Well, thank you, GM41. I bring you greetings from our Grand Master, who, as you know, is committed to a function in Victoria today. This is the third time in a row I've been up here for proclamations and grand installations. I can assure you I won't be here next year. Thank you very much.
Just for that, we will not have one next year.
Thank you.
Be seated, brethren.
Most worshipful Brother Robson, are you intending to return? Brethren, as we wait for the Grand Director of Ceremonies and the next portion of the program, let me again welcome you and thank you for your indulgence in some of these proceedings. As you note, we are live and therefore some technical difficulties may ensue. I still would like to call out Lodge Ionic number 65, who's actually on their feet at the moment, not having a seat to call their own, but still sustaining in our Grand Lodge. I also highlight, of course, Lodge Naura number 60 for continuing to support this Grand Lodge and in fact also undertaking some physical sacrifice today. We also call out Lodge Miguel de Cervantes. Are you 1036? Oh, and somebody even joins them so that we act, how wonderful is this? But thank you, Lodge Miguel de Cervantes, number 1036, as well as the United Lodge of Sydney, number 11, for making sure that you are still present and as well sustaining this physical demand for the next 7 hours.
Most worshipful, right worshipful, very worshipful, worshipful brethren and brethren, the leaders of delegations and representatives of sister jurisdictions, having honored this Grand Lodge with their presence, I call upon you to salute them with grand honors 3 times, taking the time from me. Brethren of the United Grand Lodge of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory, please stand. Brethren, please be seated.
Ladies, gentlemen, and brethren, may I invite you as we remain seated to sing All People on Earth Do Dwell, the 100th, arranged by Ralph Vaughan Williams.
Brethren, whereas the Grand Lodge resolved at the quarterly communication on the 12th of June 2024 to change clause 3.1 of the Book of Constitutions, the relevant parts are as follows. Subparagraph 3.11a, that the Grandmaster elected at the 2024 election shall be elected annually until the expiration of his term as Grandmaster. This clause shall cease to be effective at the expiration of the term of office of the Grandmaster elected in 2024. Subparagraph 3.11b. The Grandmaster shall then be elected for a 3-year term, and thereafter each elected Grandmaster shall serve a 3-year term before another election is called. And whereas the Grandmaster, Most Worshipful Brother Bernie Christian Albano, was elected for a further term at the quarterly communication on the 12th of March 2025, now, therefore, it is declared that Most Worshipful Brother Bernie Christian Albano shall serve a 3-year term as Grandmaster before another election is called.
Right worshipful, very worshipful, worshipful brethren and brethren, I have the honor to proclaim Most Worshipful Brother Bernie Christian Albano as the Grand Master of the United Grand Lodge of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory of ancient, free and accepted Masons for the ensuing 3 years, and until a successor shall have been duly elected and installed in his stead. And I now call upon you to salute him with grand honors, 9 times, taking the time from me. All brethren, please stand. Most Worshipful Grand Master, behold your brethren. Brethren, behold your Grand Master.
Lord, our Grandmaster, blessed with health and happiness, so mote it be. May He our Lord defend, our power for good extend, our Master
Brethren, please be seated.
worshipful Grand Master, the brethren having committed the government of this Grand Lodge to your care, you cannot be insensible to the obligations which devolve upon you as its head, nor to your responsibility for the faithful discharge of the important duties annexed to the appointment. The honour, reputation and usefulness of your Grand Lodge will materially depend upon the skill and assiduity with which you manage its concerns, whilst the happiness of its members will be generally promoted in proportion to the zeal and ability with which you promulgate the genuine tenets and principles of our institution. As a pattern for your imitation, consider that great luminary of nature, which rising in the east regularly diffuses light and lustre upon all within its circle. In like manner, it is your province to communicate light and instruction to the brethren of your Grand Lodge. Forcibly impress upon them the dignity and high importance of Freemasonry, and seriously admonish them never to disgrace it. Charge them to practice out of their lodges those duties they are taught within it, and by amiable, discreet, and virtuous conduct to convince mankind of the goodness of the institution, so that when a man is said to be a Mason, the world may know that he is one to whom the burthened heart may pour forth its sorrows, to whom distress may prefer its suit, whose head is guided by justice, and whose heart is expanded by benevolence. In short, most worshipful Grand Master, by a strict adherence to the constitutions of the fraternity, and above all, the volume of the sacred law, which is given as a rule and guide to your faith, you will acquit yourself with honour and reputation, and lay up a crown of joy and rejoicing, which shall never fade away, but continue when time shall be no more. Thank you, Grand Director. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Daniel Tambasco from Lodge Galileo. He wears the proud tie of one of the 4 Italian Masonic lodges in Australia that forms the group AMIA. Once again, you've delivered. Last year it was Jesu Joy of Man's Rejoicing. This year it's Nessun Dorma, especially picked. It says, Nessun Dorma, no one shall sleep. Vincere, vincere, if I can take liberties, is that we shall win, brethren. Brethren, I have the pleasure to announce that I have reappointed Right Worshipful Brother Paul Conrad Schultz as Deputy Grandmaster. Right Worshipful Brother Schultz, the office of Deputy Grandmaster is one of great dignity and high importance. In the absence of the Grandmaster from the jurisdiction, you will succeed to the duties and prerogatives of Grandmaster. In view of your competence, you have been appointed to the office. I congratulate you, and I pronounce you Deputy Grandmaster of this Grand Lodge.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
I now place you in the seat to the right of the Grandmaster. Right Worshipful Grand Director of Ceremonies, Right Worshipful Brother Schultz, having been reappointed as Deputy Grandmaster, I now call upon you to proclaim him as such.
Right worshipful, very worshipful, worshipful brethren and brethren, I am directed by the most worshipful Grand Master to proclaim that Right Worshipful Brother Paul Conrad Schultz has been duly reappointed as Deputy Grand Master of the United Grand Lodge of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory of ancient, free and accepted Masons for the current Masonic year. And I now call upon you to salute him with grand honors 7 times, taking the time from me. Brethren below the rank of Grand Master, please stand. Brethren, please be seated.
Brethren, it is my pleasure to announce that I have appointed Right Worshipful Brother Samuel Bruce Young as Assistant Grand Master. Most Worshipful Brother sponsors, would you please present Right Worshipful Brother Young?
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, we present Right Worshipful Brother Samuel Bruce Young, Assistant Grandmaster Designate.
Right Worshipful Brother Young, I will thank you to kneel on both knees in front of the altar. Place both hands on the volume of the sacred law. The sacred law. And take the obligation of Assistant Grandmaster. All please remain seated.
I, Samuel Bruce Young, in the presence of the great architect of the universe and of this Grand Lodge, do hereby accept the office of Assistant Grandmaster of the United Grand Lodge of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory, of ancient, free and accepted Masons, and do hereby pledge myself to the best of my ability to faithfully, zealously and impartially perform the duties of the office during the ensuing 12 months. I further promise that I will conform to and maintain the landmarks, constitutional laws and regulations of this Grand Lodge. So help me God.
As a pledge of your fidelity, you will seal that obligation with your lips once on the volume of the sacred law. Rise. Duly obligated Assistant Grandmaster. The office of Assistant Grandmaster is one of great dignity and high importance. In the absence of the Grandmaster and the Deputy Grandmaster, you will succeed to the duties and prerogatives of the Grandmaster. In view of your competence, you have been appointed to the office. I now clothe you with this apron. The badge. Of Assistant Grandmaster. I adorn you with these gauntlets and I invest you with a chain and jewel of Assistant Grandmaster. Right Worshipful Brother Young, I congratulate you and I pronounce you Assistant Grandmaster of this Grand Lodge. I now guide you to your seat of authority. And place you in the chair to the left of the Grandmaster. Right Worshipful Grand Director of Ceremonies, Right Worshipful Brother Young, having been duly obligated and invested as Assistant Grandmaster, I call upon you, proclaim him as such.
Right Worshipful, very worshipful, worshipful brethren and brethren, I am directed by the most worshipful Grandmaster to proclaim that Right Worshipful Brother Samuel Bruce Young has been duly obligated and invested as Assistant Grandmaster of the United Grand Lodge of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory of ancient, free and accepted Masons. And I call upon you to salute him with grand honors 5 times, taking a time from me. Brethren below the rank of Deputy Grandmaster, please stand.
Right, Worshipful Brother Ian Cox, thank you for organizing that arrangement. I heard from our Assistant Grandmaster that you've done well, and only after seeing it today should I affirm that it was indeed a beautiful composition. Of course, these were the same brethren who participated and delivered the Highland Cathedral of the Grand Installation in 2024. And the reason that we highlight our Scottish heritage is that New South Wales Masonry started in the mid-1800s, and it was in 1877 that 7 lodges from the Grand Lodge of Scotland and 4 from the Grand Lodge of Ireland formed the New South Wales Constitution. In 1888, we were unified with a coming together, a junta juvent of 80 United Grand Lodge of England lodges, 55 Grand Lodge of Scotland lodges, and 35 from the Grand Lodge of New South Wales. We continue to honor our heritage, and it is unique to New South Wales as compared to the other jurisdictions in Australia. Thank you once again, and brethren, I trust that you have enjoyed that arrangement as much as I have. Brethren, very worshipful Brother Emmanuel Konitopoulos and very worshipful Brother Edgar Neri de la Cruz have been appointed Grand Wardens of this Grand Lodge for the current Masonic year. Most worshipful Brother sponsors, would you please present very worshipful Brother Konitopoulos and very worshipful Brother de la Cruz.
Most Worshipful Grandmaster, we present Very Worshipful Brother Emmanuel Konitopoulos and Very Worshipful Brother Edgar de la Cruz.
You have been appointed Senior and Junior Grand Wardens of the United Grand Lodge of New South Wales in the Australian Capital Territory of Ancient, Free and Accepted Masons for the current Masonic year. The office of Grand Warden is one of great eminence. Your appointment to the office marks the culmination of many years of zealous service to the craft. I trust that the forthcoming year will bring you much pleasure and further luster to our Grand Lodge. Very worshipful Brother Konitopoulos, I have pleasure in investing you with a chain and jewel of Senior Grand Warden. Right, worshipful Brother Konitopoulos, I congratulate you. I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
Very worshipful Brother Edgar Neri de la Cruz, I have much pleasure in investing you with a chain and jewel of Junior Grand Warden. Right, Worshipful Brother de la Cruz, I congratulate you. I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
The grand officers to be invested will assemble. Wait.
To be invested as Grand Director of Ceremonies, Right Worshipful Brother Jurgen J. Tayag.
Right, Worshipful Brother Tayag, I congratulate you and I invest you with your jewel as Grand Director.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grand Master. To be invested as Regional Grand Councilors, Very Worshipful Brother Francisco Suma, past District Grand Inspector of Workings.
Right Worshipful Brother Sunga, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grand Master.
Right Worshipful Brother George Shinuda, past Senior Grand Warden.
Right Worshipful Brother Shinuda, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
Right Worshipful Brother Peter Andrews, past Junior Grand Warden.
Right Worshipful Brother Andrews, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
Right Worshipful Brother Bradley Scotcher, past Junior Grand Warden.
Right Worshipful Brother Scotcher, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
To be invested as Grand Chaplain, Right Worshipful Brother Arnel Landicho, past Assistant Grand Master.
Right Worshipful Brother Landicho, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
To be invested as Grand Treasurer, Right Worshipful Brother Ian Adrian Hogan, past Assistant Grand Master.
Right Worshipful Brother Hogan, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
As Deputy Grand Treasurer, Very Worshipful Brother Rishikesh Ketkar.
Very Worshipful Brother Ketkar, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
To be invested as Grand Registrar, Right Worshipful Brother Gregory Grogan, past Deputy Grand Master.
Right Worshipful Brother Grogan, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
To be invested as Chairman of the Board of Management, Right Worshipful Brother Joseph Douglas Corrigan, past Senior Grand Warden.
Right Worshipful Brother Corrigan, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
To be invested as Grand Architect, Very Worshipful Brother Robert Yurukovsky.
Very Worshipful Brother Yurukovsky, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
As Deputy Grand Superintendent of Works, Very Worshipful Brother Jerry Buraga, past District Grand Inspector of Workings.
Very Worshipful Brother Buraga, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
To be invested as Deputy Grand Secretary, Right Worshipful Brother Gary Sire, past Assistant Grand Master.
Right Worshipful Brother Sire, I invest you, I congratulate you, I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
To be invested as Deputy Grand Director of Ceremonies, Very Worshipful Brother Salvador Acosta.
Very Worshipful Brother Acosta, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Deputy Grandmaster.
As Assistant Grand Director of Ceremonies, Very Worshipful Brother John Curry.
Very Worshipful Brother Curry, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Deputy Grandmaster.
As Assistant Grand Director of Ceremonies, Worshipful Brother Jano Tosunian.
Very Worshipful Brother Janos Tasunian, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Deputy Grandmaster.
To be invested as Senior Grand Deacon, Worshipful Brother Simon Haddad.
Worshipful Brother Haddad, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master.
As Junior Grand Deacon, Worshipful Brother Mark Jeff Aquino.
Worshipful Brother Aquino, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master.
To be invested as Grand Sword Bearer, Worshipful Brother Richard Anderson.
Worshipful Brother Anderson, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master.
As Grand Standard Bearer, Worshipful Brother Erwin Landrow.
Worshipful Brother Landera, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master.
To be invested as Grand Pursuivant, Worshipful Brother Vivek Papineni.
Worshipful Brother Papiani, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master.
As Deputy Grand Pursuivant, Worshipful Brother Elias Jerez.
Worshipful Brother Jereg, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master.
To be invested as Grand Stewards, Worshipful Brother Mark de Jesus.
Worshipful Brother Mark de Jesus, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Assistant Grand Master.
Worshipful Brother Joseph Basil.
Worshipful Brother Basil, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Assistant Grand Master.
Worshipful Brother Fonda Stubidis.
Worshipful Brother Sabides, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Assistant Grand Master.
Worshipful Brother Jeffrey Brian Mendoza.
Worshipful Brother Mendoza, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Assistant Grand Master.
Worshipful Brother Christopher Woolley.
Worshipful Brother Woolley, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Most Right Worshipful Assistant Grand Master.
To be invested as Grand Tyler, Worshipful Brother Cameron Holmes.
Worshipful Brother Holmes, I invest you, I congratulate you, and I wish you well.
Thank you, Right Worshipful Assistant Grand Master.
Most Worshipful Grand Master, I present to you your Grand Officers for the current Masonic year.
Brethren, you have now been invested with the jewels of your offices. I congratulate you and I thank you for your continued commitment to this Grand Lodge. May your year of service be most productive, and may you accomplish all you set out to achieve. Right Worshipful Immediate Past Senior Grand Warden, the officers of this Grand Lodge, having been duly invested for the current Masonic year, I call upon you to proclaim them as such.
Right worshipful, very worshipful, worshipful brethren and brethren, I am directed by the most worshipful Grand Master to proclaim that the Grand Officers of this Grand Lodge for the current Masonic year have been duly invested with their chains, with their collars, and with their jewels of office, and I now call upon you to salute them with grand honours 3 times, taking the time from me. Brethren below the rank of past Assistant Grand Master, please stand. On my mark. Be seated, brethren.
The newly invested Grand Officers will follow me and proceed to your respective places. Be seated, brethren.
Ladies, gentlemen, and brethren, such is the nature of our institution that as some must of necessity rule and teach, so others must of course submit and learn. Humility in both is an essential qualification. The officers of this Grand Lodge are too conversant with the rules of propriety and the laws of Freemasonry to exceed the bounds of the duty with which they have been entrusted, and you are of too generous a disposition to envy their preferment. I trust, therefore, you will have but one aim: meeting in the grand design of being happy and conferring happiness. As this association has been formed and perfected in such unanimity and concord, so may it long continue, and to remain a monument of wisdom, strength, and beauty, which ages cannot wither, nor adversity decay. May you long enjoy every satisfaction and delight which disinterested friendship can afford. May kindness and brotherly affection distinguish your conduct as men and masons. Within these peaceful walls, may your children's children celebrate with joy and rejoicing the annual recurrence of this auspicious solemnity. May Freemasonry flourish in every part of the globe and become influential in diffusing the light of wisdom, aiding the strength of reason, dispensing the beauty of virtue, and lessening the aggregate of human misery and vice. Firm in rectitude, may it rise superior to all opposition, like the bleak mountain which bears its brow with dignified composure to every tempest and fearlessly presents its bosom to the midnight storm. As our order is founded on the purest principles of morality and virtue, may it teach us to measure our actions by the rule of rectitude, to square our conduct by the principles of morality, and to guide our conversation and our very thoughts within the compass of propriety. Hence, we may learn to be meek, humble, and resigned, to moderate the passions, the excess of which deforms the very soul. And the brother who has thus far discharged his duty as a Mason can patiently wait the arrival of that awful moment when the soul shall take wing to that boundless expanse above, where the divisions of time shall cease and the glories of an endless eternity burst upon the view. Ladies, gentlemen, and brethren, such are the genuine tenets of our order. Pure and unsullied may they be transmitted through this Grand Lodge and through every lodge from generation to generation.
Thank you, Grand Director of Music, and the members of the ensemble, as well as our Grand Organist, Very Worshipful Brother Simon Nominski, for that ode to joy. The privilege of addressing Grand Lodge as Grand Master, proclaimed for a 3-year term in the Sydney Masonic Centre, the home of Freemasons in New South Wales in the Australian Capital Territory, in a company of Masons, friends, and family of Freemasonry, inspires a déjà vu of gratitude, honor, and humility. The sight of our Grand Lodge Room 1 filled to capacity affirms the sustained harmony prevailing across and around the jurisdiction. Past Grand Masters, brethren, ladies, gentlemen, distinguished guests. On behalf of the jurisdiction, I thank you for electing to spend your weekend with us in our Grand Proclamation, resulting from which I was committed to be Grand Master for a period of 3 years, which is the first in our jurisdiction in our 137-year history since the 1888 unification. I extend appreciation for the visiting delegations comprised of brethren from the Grand Lodges of Quebec, Japan, Philippines, Queensland, New Zealand, and Victoria. I also note callers from a brother in the Grand Lodge of Tennessee, as well as from the Grand Lodge of Scotland. I am honored with the support of the heads of associated Masonic orders who attended the Grand Proclamation officially in another unprecedented show of support, which has been consistent during my first year in office. I appreciate the closer relationship with the craft, which can only facilitate further growth, development, and happiness for the brethren. And I am grateful for the continued support of the past Grand Masters, each of whom I have figuratively and literally walked 500 miles. Each most worshipful brother comprising the harmony of Grand Masters understands both the pressures and the possibilities of the office. They support me to see me succeed because they care deeply about Freemasonry. And for me to have access to get advice, good counsel, and harmonious fellowship with the harmony is a rare blessing. I especially thank Most Worshipful Brother Les Hicks, GM40, and his wife Narelle, whom I wished a good retirement last year after GM40 installed his successor. Rather than being able to enjoy their well-deserved break, he has selflessly accommodated my request for him to continue to serve Grand Lodge as interim Grand Secretary and assist in delivering business-as-usual deliverables as well as initiatives in the wake of the retirement of our immediate past Grand Secretary. It serves the brethren in good stead that GM40's support is unconditional, and we work very effectively together. I am truly honored by the support of the brethren, and I thank them for the opportunity to lead our jurisdiction for the next 3 years and the privilege of working with them in creating a member-centric fraternity that for all of us will not only be functional and purposeful, but beautiful, emotionally resonant, and relevant. A proclamation address is not meant to be a statement of policy, especially as brethren have already seen the focus of my administration. That of a harmonious, member-centric Masonic organization true to its impressive traditional customs and usages, operating in the contemporary world with good corporate governance and tight fiscal management. Rather, I seek to commend and congratulate the progression of members of the Grand Lodge who were invested with their offices, which lead to special duties to serve our members, and the value of working together to deliver results in harmony. Today, we saw the reappointment of the Deputy Grand Master, Right Worshipful Brother Schultz, and the investiture of Right Worshipful Brother Young as the Assistant Grand Master. They are among the most hardworking and competent brethren among us, and I trust that they look forward to working in the boards and committees and extending themselves in the jurisdiction with the support of their wives, of course, Ellie and Liz, respectively. We also witnessed the investiture of the ceremonial team. They are an important group within our Grand Lodge as they demonstrate the best practice of our rites and ceremonies, which are integral to Masonry. They volunteer their resource of time, effort, and money to support representatives across the jurisdiction and other jurisdictions, both domestic and abroad. Many members of this particular ceremonial team are continuing from our very productive first year, and I'm happy to note that with them, I have also figuratively and literally walked 500 miles and about to do 500 more. Acknowledged brethren who are continuing in their current capacity or commencing their term of office from today's proclamation, the regional grand councilors, the grand registrars, the grand charity board, the board of management, the building management committee, the corporate relations committee, and brethren who will be tasked to deliver ad hoc projects and initiatives. I must also thank my wife, Carol, for her unwavering support. Anytime I spend in the management of Grand Lodge is time away from her. She has been waiting for me to come back and be more available since my Grand Steward days. Then I became Grand Director of Ceremonies. Then I became Assistant Grandmaster, and then the Deputy Grandmaster. When I became the Grandmaster, she thought the wait was nearing to an end. And today, she heard the proclamation for another 3 years. Her devotion to me is a gift from the divine. And I also thank all the many wives of brethren who look after her when I am distracted at Masonic events. Narelle Hicks, Remy Maniago, Agnes Martinez, among others. The 33rd President of the United States, Most Worshipful Brother Harry Truman, past Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of Missouri, said of results, "We can accomplish anything in life, provided that we do not mind who gets the credit." This concept was in full display with the numerous brethren who helped in the lead-up to this proclamation weekend. No ranks, no dramas, no expectations, left their ego at the front door, just did superb work with unqualified support and tangible results. GM40, GT, CBOM, G-Reg, I should say their names, no? Les Hicks, Ian Hogan, Joe Corrigan, Greg Grogan, Gary Sire, Can Ozer, Jay Tayag, Owen Guarin, Renan Legaspi, Erwin Landero, and many others, too many to mention, including those listed in your programs, brethren, as event sponsors and donors. A lot of them in this hall today. I will not mention all your names today, but brethren, I know that you know that I know the value that you have given to our special event and to our weekend. The display of harmony is consistent with our forebears' mindset. Juncta Juvent. This is the motto of the United Grand Lodge of New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory since the unification of 1888. It is a Latin phrase variously translated as unity assists, strengthen unity, together we assist, or united they aid each other. Beyond the literal translation, Juncta Juvent is a concept that suggests that by working together, individuals and groups can achieve more than they could alone. Juncta Juvent is about presence, not position, about intention and action. It is not just about Grand Lodge, but about each lodge that makes up our Grand Lodge, and about each Mason that makes up those lodges. Brethren, the load is lighter when shared with others, and completion is quicker when done with others. Truly, any undertaking of brotherly love, relief, and truth is accomplished easier when with others. Brethren, we are about to embark on a term which will continue our beautiful traditions and practices, but also review existing aspects of our Grand Lodge to improve the Masonic experience, delight our members, and relate to the community. We have all the ingredients that ensure success and relevance in the ever-changing landscape in which we operate. Change is inevitable, and changes require courage and determination. And courage and determination are values that Freemasons in New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory have in abundance. We are a fraternity that aims to continuously and collectively make good men better, continuously improving. Because good is not good enough when we can be better, but we're not better off with better if we can strive to be the best. And this is best achieved when done in the company of like-minded men with similar goals, regardless of background, culture, or creed. I thank you all once again for taking up the standing invitation to be part of our history, not as witnesses, but as co-creators of a good and pleasant Freemasonry in New South Wales and the Australian Capital Territory. But more than that, your presence this weekend elevated and celebrated for me and our jurisdiction another experience for the ages and memory that will last a lifetime. In closing, I pass to you the positive injunction for your personal journeys to add to the collective. You're tasked to build a better world, the great architect of the universe said. I asked him how. The world's so huge and complicated now, and I, alone and helpless, and there's nothing I can do. The great architect, in his divine wisdom, said, just build a better you. Juncta Juvent, brethren, with humility, integrity, and harmony.
The visiting Grand Masters, representatives near this Grand Lodge of sister jurisdictions, and visiting brethren, please stand. I now call upon most worshipful brother James Watt, Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of New Zealand, to extend greetings.
Most worshipful Grand Master, it is my pleasure, in fact it is my honour, on behalf of the visiting sister jurisdictions and the representatives of the other Masonic orders, to convey to you today our warmest and heartfelt congratulations on your proclamation and reinstallation into the chair for another 3-year term. We wish you and your invested officers today a term of profit and pleasure, and we know with great confidence that Freemasonry and the United Grand Lodge of New South Wales and Australian Capital Territories will continue to grow and prosper under your leadership. And most worshipful Grand Master, may I extend to you and to Carol the best of health and happiness, and we all look forward to sharing the next 3 years with you. Congratulations.
Thank you, most worshipful brother James Watt, the Grand Master from the Grand Lodge of New Zealand, for your congratulations to myself, as well as extending it to the Grand Officers who have been invested today. I also note your wishes to Carol that she may enjoy the next 3 years, and your promise of continued fraternal relations to the eastern island of Australia. May we continue to enjoy our relationships, and may the passions be as strong as the current that we see in the Tasman Sea. The experiences of the brethren be as exhilarating as the bungee jumps in New Zealand, and the relationship be as beautiful as the sights in your country. I thank you all, and I wish that you will be able to stay and enjoy the forthcoming proclamation banquet.
Please be seated.
Your call. Your call.
Brethren, ladies and gentlemen, it is the most worshipful Grandmaster's desire to have this momentous event in his Masonic career be captured with a photograph. We will try to involve or include everyone who wants to be in it, but if we can't, as early as now, I apologize. Please remain in your places and await further instruction. Can I ask everyone from this line going to the senior warden to please occupy the center of the floor? Also, brethren, from this line down to the demolays, please join them on the floor. Face west. Go. Move back, brethren, because some others will also join us. Move back towards the east, facing west. Active demolays, boys, stay here in front. Brethren, please move back a bit more. Joel. There at the back. Brethren, ladies, please go to our position so we can take the photo. Grand stewards, guide them. Let's go. All others, please stand from your places. Okay, you won't be seen there. This is the line. So just squeeze in, squeeze in. Renan? Brother Renan, take it. That's all right. Brethren, in this section, if you don't want to be included in the photo, but can you just go to the sides so that we don't block the angle of the camera? Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Please return to your seats or places.
Hello. I need to go to
Pursuivants, Grand Pursuivant, control the door. Control the door. It's going to close if you go out now. Yeah, because we're closing now. Brethren, Grand Lodge is now about to close, so everyone, please be seated. Brethren,
Brethren, as we wait for us to get into place, may I just invite you to collect your gift pack outside immediately when they exit today. I understand that that would, of course, include the bag as well as the program. Some brethren will not end the well, I'm guessing that the ladies will all be there for the banquet, but some brethren may have to travel to the regions, which will take them 4 to 6 hours, and they may not be joining banquet. We would like for them to get a memento of today's ceremony and their attendance. Brethren, assist me to close this Grand Lodge. Right Worshipful Junior Grand Warden, what is the last care of every Mason before closing Grand Lodge?
To see the Grand Lodge closed styled, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
Direct that duty to be performed.
Worshipful Pursuivant, see that the Grand Lodge is closed styled.
The Grand Lodge is close styled, Right Worshipful Junior Grand Warden.
The Grand Lodge is closed styled, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
Right Worshipful Senior Grand Warden, where is your constant place in the Grand Lodge?
In the West, Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
Your duty there?
To close the Grand Lodge by command of the Most Worshipful Grandmaster.
Brethren, before we close this Grand Lodge, the Grand Chaplain will offer prayer for the sick, absent, and distressed, followed by the closing prayer.
Great Architect of the universe, as we give you our thanks for the privilege of sharing in our communication, we remember those brethren unable to be with us because of illness or injury, and those prevented from attending by the need to care for members of their family. May they be aware of our thoughts and prayers for them. We also recommend those brethren, we also remember them, who have been called the Grand Lodge above, thanking you for the contribution that they have made to society at large and our Masonic institutions in particular during their earthly life. We pray that you will comfort bereaved families and give us all hope of reunion in the future in that house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens. May the blessing of the great architect of the universe rest upon and be with us always, now, and forever.
Right Worshipful Senior Grand Warden, you have now my command to close this Grand Lodge.
Brethren, in the name of the great architect of the universe, and my command, the most worshipful Grand Master, I declare this Grand Lodge closed.
And close this accordingly until such time as the most worshipful Grand Master may appoint.
The Grand Ceremonial team will assemble. Brethren, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please remain standing and in your places whilst the Grand Master, Most Worshipful Brother Bernie Christian Albano, the Most Worshipful past Grand Masters of this Grand Lodge, the visiting Grand Masters, the Deputy Grand Master, Right Worshipful Brother Paul Conrad Schultz, the visiting Deputy Grand Masters, the Assistant Grand Master, Right Worshipful Brother Samuel Bruce Young, heads of associated orders, and the Grand Ceremonial team retire.